We have dealt the enemy many crushing blows.
Hi, I'm Kat. And I'm Jim. And today we are reviewing Medal of Honor. Oh.
Really? Hey, did you know it's on a Blu-ray and you can do this?
Oh, and you can go, it doesn't matter.
Hey, look. Are you guys upset?
Pass the disc, pass the disc.
You know, I only did that just to piss off all the fanboys who were like, oh my god.
Oh, my disc is ruined.
Hey, look, we actually played it. Look at, you can bend these discs. Look at that.
So the game takes place in 2002 in the ongoing war in Afghanistan. You get to play the game from two perspectives, from Tier 1 and also from big military perspective. So how many characters do you play as in the game?
Well, the good thing about this is it constantly switches. It's almost like Pulp Fiction. You're going from one character to the next, and all of the storylines actually coincide with each other. So at one point you could be flying an Apache helicopter that happens to blow up a certain section of the map. Then all of a sudden you go to a soldier that's in that explosion. And this is highly based on actual Modern Warfare events.
And they tried to make it as realistic as possible.
Well, it definitely is very realistic. I mean, there's moments where I was like, I could have sworn I've seen this footage on CNN. The game's really about the honor of those soldiers. That's why EA has went out of their way to make sure that the soldiers are happy. That's why the Taliban is not called the Taliban anymore, but which I think is ridiculous. So about 3 hours into the game, I realized, you know, this is a lot like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. You're essentially playing different characters, you're jumping all over the map.
You driving an Apache? Oh, gunfighter, gunfighter.
Yeah, gunfighter. So I'm playing 3 hours of the game and I'm thinking this is Modern Warfare 2, and then all of a sudden you come up to the Shahayakot Valley level, and there's different scenarios, of course, in all of these levels, but you come up to this just scenario which is just, you're not going to get out of it. And it's just a constant barrage of enemy coming at you, and you think, okay, my character's going to die, and all of a sudden I get this emotional attachment to the game that I hadn't had with Modern Warfare 2. But it's just this one moment where the game totally grabs a hold of you, and then you think, it's not going to get better than this. And all of a sudden, I'm not going to give it away, but all of a sudden something better happens, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh god, this is amazing, I love it. It's fun, I can't wait to see what happens in this story. Are the characters going to live, are they going to die, who am I going to be next? So another really amazing thing about this game is the sound design. No idea how they did this or they achieved this, but it's the best sound design I've heard in a first-person shooter.
The guns and the bombs were awesome.
It's spectacular. So this is the first Medal of Honor game to ever get an M mature rating. Now,
do you think that's because of what they're covering, or
well, that's because of there's gore, there's blood, there's violence. You're killing terrorists. So I mean, it's all about the U.S. going over there and just kicking some ass. That's essentially what the game is about.
So we weren't able to play the multiplayer. That's the one thing. This game comes with a code when you buy it. So if you're buying it used, you're not going to be able to get this. You're going to have to pay like the $10 or whatever to get the multiplayer.
It's $10. Stuff. This is actually a big deal because EA sort of went into your pockets and said, you know, let's just make you buy the new game. Let's get the new version. I would comment below, do you think this $10 thing is going to ruin video games? Because you're not going to be buying the games used anymore because it'll be basically the same price as buying a new one? Or do you think this is a good thing for video games? Do you think that all of this money that's going to be spent on new games opposed to the used games is going to actually help the studios produce better games? So comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. I personally think that I'd rather purchase a game brand new. I don't like buying used for some odd reason. I just don't know why. And I want a fresh copy of the game and I want the code to come with it. You may as well get the new one.
Fair enough.
Shiny. Look at this.
So in multiplayer, you can play Coalition or you can play Opposing Force. Opposing Force is the Taliban, but they renamed it because there was too much hoopla over that. And then Coalition are the regular army peoples.
Hoopla. You know, it really drills into your head that EA wants you to know that you're fighting actual terrorists. So it's not, you know, a made-up militia of bad guys. It's Osama bin Laden and his people, the Taliban. It's in Afghanistan, you're blowing the shit up out of everything. For a game that takes place in essentially the same scenery for 10 hours, it's spectacular. The fact that it never feels like you're in the same spot twice even though you technically do cross the same path. So the thing you have to remember is these two franchises, Modern Warfare 2 and Medal of Honor, they've been fighting each other for the last 15 years. The important thing is each of these games have a different tone, a different setting, a whole different strategy to them. But the difference here is there's a lot of vehicle missions. So there's a lot of like you get on an ATV and you're driving around, then you get off, kill some of the Taliban, get back on it, drive around, get off, kill some more, get back on, then go to the top of the mountain. For the vehicle aspect of this game, there's some spectacular things going on.
So it more than makes up for it.
Well, I don't want to give it away, but you do take control of something in this game that'll blow your mind. So overall, I give the game an 8.5. I think that it definitely lives up to the hype. There's problems with the frame rate, but I can forgive that due to the fact that it's pretty epic in some of its moments. And a lot of the cutscenes seem to glitch, so you'll have, you know, pop in and out, or you'll have just drop frames here or there. So other than that, the story is, you know, the story is phenomenal. I enjoyed it all the way through. I'd say 50% of the way through the game is really where it picks up, and that's where the heart of this game lies. And by the end of the game, you just can't wait for the sequel. One really cool exclusive thing for the PS3 version is it comes with a full copy of Medal of Honor Frontline, which has been upgraded to HD. So, you know, God of War did that, Sly Cooper, Shadow of the Colossus is coming out. A lot of old games coming back in HD, so you actually get that HD version on this disc.
So it's like 2 games for 1. It's a deal.
Yeah, 360 doesn't get it.
On one more! Or just
For the love of God.
You're my guy, your son, no, you're mine.
Ready?
Sounds like you're heartless.
I am heartless.
Well, no.
But I am.
But I can't sit here and smile every saying shit like that.
That's
That's
okay.
terrible.
That's okay.